Good morning, day 25. Beautiful morning so far, a bit chilly. Other hikers showed up last night, but unfortunately they're a team of 4, so if they get a permit, their thing's already filled. They're not planning on trying till tomorrow, because tomorrow would open them up for Sunday, which would be the most likely day to have openings. It's also supposed to rain Monday, so that might help my chances as well. Not that I want it to rain, but I want less people to be here, so I have better chances of getting a campsite. So I'm going to finish my coffee. Not a single car is driven by yet. And then I'm going to stand out there and hitch and see if I can get down there and get some permits, and then fail and come back down here today and just sit here and mope around. I feel trapped. I don't like feeling trapped. I like to feel that I can make forward progression anytime I want to make it. And I can't do that. So I feel trapped. I'm ready to get out, man. I could already be, 2 or 3 days up in there right now. The route I have planned out only takes 4 days, or 4 nights, 5 days. And that would work really well for me, but I have to have all those campsites that open. I found a few different plans like that. Each one, one of the days on each of them I have to walk like 25 miles, but other than that I keep it down into the high teens, which would work really well for me. So, go down, see what happens, and hitch my way back here. Because I somehow doubt I'm going to get spots, but I'm going to try anyway. Okay, just before 7 a.m., starting my hitch. See how it goes. Well, that was a different one. They pulled up and they said, "You got any money?" I was like, "Well, yeah, a bit." She said, "How much you got?" And I'm like, "Well, not much. I'm a hiker." I was like, "But I'd gladly throw you a few bucks for a ride to 2 Medicine." She's like, "Get in the back." I'll take it. Well, it was nice. They dropped me off, but they didn't charge me. I was like, "Hey, did you get change for 20? Because I only have like 60 bucks on me." But they did drop me off at 2 Medicine. They dropped me off 3 miles from 2 Medicine. So they don't really deserve, the money. But I appreciate them doing for me what they did. They got me closer. So, it's only 3 miles. I might as well just start walking, and throw out my thumb when I can. Oh, there's nowhere to pull over on this road. There is no shoulder. All right, never mind. I'm waiting right here. Anybody going this way is going down that road. There's just no shoulder to, look at that. There's nowhere for anybody to pull over or anything. Brr, it's cold out here. Right in the back of that truck was freezing. Okay, so it's 7 miles total. Because I see the sign says East Glacier 4 miles. So they brought me a little over halfway. That's cool. So those nice people just dropped me off. There was 4 of them in the car. They made room for me. They were friendly and nice. Got all my stuff. Okay, we passed up the building a little bit, so I got to walk back. They were like, they were headed down, and I watched the building go by, and then they're like, "Did you need to go there?" I'm like, "Man, I'm just going where you're going. I'll walk back. I don't mind, man. I'm just appreciative you got me this far." Oh, the beauty I'm surrounded in. All right, let's go get denied for some permits, man. Okay, we got our permits. I only got 4 days, so I'm going to have some big miles to do, I'm guessing. I don't know, because they don't list the miles between them. I have to go back and see what campsites I got and, analyze the map and do the mileage from there. But I planned my days out for 5. So, judging I only got 4 campsites means I have to walk farther each day. Hopefully there's no really big days in there, but I was like, I'll just take whatever you can give me, man. I'll figure it out when I'm in there. If I can't make it to my campsite, I'll make it to another campsite. They make me watch an instructional video. It was comical. But it's meant for people who've never really been out here, so, I understand it. But I laughed through it. They just assume you're stupid as hell, which, you got to. Mostly tourists up here, and tourists are stupid people. Even when I'm being a tourist, I'm being dumb. So I'm walking my happy ass back. There's not much traffic on the road, so I figure I might as well walk while I'm hitching. Just to ensure I get back. I start tomorrow, so I can dump some of my food, which is cool. I didn't want to carry all that through there anyway, so I'm just going to plan out for 4 days, or 4 nights, 5 days, and carry as little as I can. I've been really bad about the food lately, so I got all day to sit down and just play with food and dial it into what I need to carry. I don't want to be walking out of here with like 55 pounds on my back, especially if I got big miles to do. And, I talked to them about their hammocking thing. I was like, if you guys, because they're like, hey, when you get up near Manning, there's construction going on. I was like, oh, you guys improving the campsites? They're like, no, we're just improving the buildings and stuff. I was like, your guys' campsites suck. I mean, let's just be honest. We walk up here and we sleep on the ground the whole way, and every single spot I chose on the way up here is way better than the spot you make me sleep in. I was like, you guys could level them out just once. Maybe put in some poles so people with hammocks can sleep, basics. And they're like, those are good ideas, but, I was like, I know you make all your money off the big hotels and stuff, and you don't really make them off the back campsite, so why improve them? We want to keep it a natural experience. It's like you can still level the ground, and it will be very natural out there. Just not in that very level spot, but I'm sure the people that are sleeping there won't be like, oh my God, the nature's ruined. Look how flat my spot is. No, we'd appreciate it. Yeah, I could just walk back to Medicine Way, but I don't feel like climbing that mountain again. Great views. But, yeah, if I could teleport to the top, I'd do it. I don't feel like walking up a mountain. Not a single car has come by yet. Oh, I hear one. Damn, I am easy. I found a hat in the hiker box. Yeah, not bad, huh? I burnt the fuck out of my face. Look at my nose, my poor nose, man. My forehead's all torched. And that one from yesterday, that's the day before. I was just sitting out here on the porch having my little safety meeting after safety meeting. Got to get rid of it before we get to the border. But a dude pulls up and we start talking about jerky. Like, he's just in his car. He's like, yeah, you want some jerky? I'm like, man, I am so easy. I'm like a kid with candy. Like, you want some candy, little boy? I'm like, I fucking I want some candy. Who doesn't like candy? But no, I'm sitting there eating this jerky. He's like, normally I charge for this. But I was like, well, I never asked, dude. I didn't say that. But, I'm appreciative. Fuck yeah. But I told him how to, when the hikers are going to be here, gave him times and schedules and whatnot. Turns out he makes a mean burrito. And I actually talked with Luna about it yesterday, weird enough, because she was talking about this dude. Shit he was saying reminded me of conversations they were having about a guy that comes by here and sells jerky every once in a while. So I told him what he needs to do. I'm like, dude, just throw it in here. Put one of them little scanner things. We can hit it with our phone and throw some Venmo money at it or whatnot. I was like, your shit will sell out quick. Hikers are hungry. And that's some pretty good jerky. It was like Slim Jims almost. It was like tubular jerky. Now, if you find tubular jerky homemade, soy strips almost always entirely. It's a really nice day. Stoked to get out. Got my days measured out. Been looking at the map and whatnot. Let's see how often I get lost. I really should have picked a different campsite. When I go in tomorrow, since I know I won't be there super early, I got to get a hitch. I'm going to go to Ranger Station and see if I can't swap a spot. Because there is a kind of that isn't the CDT. It's actually I can't remember the term they use for it, but the more commonly used trail. Because the CDT is overgrown like a motherfucker. So I thought if I could take their trail and go to another campsite that would actually put me further in the day. It's the same amount of miles, but it's not on the CDT. So I'm assuming it'd be a nicer hike. Worried about the day I got to do 26. Not only am I not in real shape to do 26, but I mean, with the trail being as overgrown as I remember it, it makes it hard to do decent miles. So, game on, I guess, huh? At least that's day 2, so I won't have all the food of day 1 on my back anymore. So there's that. It's gonna be good times. We're gonna have fun. And see what kind of weird shit happens in Canada. I don't even know. I've never hitchhiked into another country deep to use their airports. I don't know if that's considered a good thing or a bad thing. I figure it's kind of normal, but I'm just leaving. But hey, we'll see. I bet Canadian prison is pretty damn nice. I bet it's way better than working at Amazon. I bet you it is. So yeah, we'll find out. It's my last night in town. I'm going to go to Island Town one more time. They got that good bowl, man. Jerk chicken in it with some shrimp on top. A little overpriced, but not horribly for this town. This will be my last good meal for a while. For tomorrow we hike. Look at that stuff. That's downright freaking artistic. A thing of beauty. And I don't think they've charged me for the extra shrimp either time, so that's pretty cool. They're real hiker friendly. The one dude actually comes over here to help out around and ask us if we need stuff and whatnot, so that's really cool. So yeah, dig in.
Right. Keep talking, bear shit in the woods.
Come on, you gotta spin towards us a little bit.
Let me see your penis.
Yeah, come on, spin towards us just a little bit, just a degree
We're
or
not
three.
even talking to you, so
yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
We're not looking at you, but can you turn towards us?
Oh, it's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Oh yeah, you can
Oh, you see it on the grass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much.
No.
Yeah, there's not, but we can see it. We can definitely see it.
Oh, that's a good amount.
There you go.
Dude, you could like make a, you could like,
You are doing it. Good for you. You're doing a great job.
you could like,
Nice job, buddy.
Distance, accuracy, volume. You got it all, man.
Nice.
hopefully no one needs a shower with that feet. You could like draw on the grass with that and make
Yeah.
a help symbol or something.
Did you get it on video?
Oh, you know I did.
Oh, you know I did.
Good morning, day 26. I'm a little tired. I went to bed late last night. Hanging out with the hikers, you know how it goes. I'm debating right now whether I should be going to get breakfast or just trying my hitch out right now. I sit down and enjoy my coffee while I debate this over because I am unsure. Seems like it's going to be a beautiful day. Look, the sun's rising already. There's colors going on in the clouds over yonder. Oh, I guess you guys can't really see those, but I can. You can see these ones. They were a super bright pink when I got out here earlier. I don't know, I'll decide if I'm in the mood for breakfast. I got 15 miles I got to do today, and I got to get my hitch out of the way before I can start those 15 miles. I don't feel like doing them yet, so let's hang out, drink some coffee, and figure things out. So, unfortunately, I was a little slow getting ready. Got all my stuff going because these guys are out hitching now. There's actually 4 of them. So I'm going to let them do their hitch thing first before I even try, because throwing a 5th out here, you know, this is probably the 10th car that's passed by in a half hour. It's not high traffic out here. So yeah, I'm going to let them do their thing. They were cool hanging out with last night. They did not have a great opinion of me because I was avoiding them and whatnot. So I'm that, you know, quiet, broody, moody hiker maybe. I'm not sure. But I heard one dude talking about me, and he made it sound as though I was stupid. You know, they were talking about basically intelligence, and the guy pointed my direction, not realizing I was listening, and said, that motherfucker doesn't know anything. And then, you know, fast forward a couple hours, I start hanging out with them, showing them some of my gear, we're telling stories or whatnot. By the end of the night, dude, they're like, dude, you are a fucking legend. That's what they keep calling me. When I woke up this morning, dude looks at me and goes, fucking legend. Yeah. It's great that they had such a turnaround on me. And I was like, what did I do to get the stupid guy moniker? You know, I'm not even sure. I mean, I do some stupid shit, but I assume if somebody thinks I'm stupid, it's because they lack enough intelligence to recognize mine. But, you know, that might just be me compensating. But it was nice that we had a good turnaround. And I was like, fucking legend. You know, one of these days, you gotta be dead to be a real legend. So I'm not gonna legend up anytime soon. But I really need to get out of here. I got 15 miles to hike today, man. We need some cars. So one of the hikers, pretty good guy. We got similar personalities. We both have the gift of gab. While the other hikers went down to Browning's to get some coffee and thought they could hitch there, which is good because they got rid of 4 of them. So just me and Pretty Feet were there, and while we were hitching, he noticed people across the way who were getting ready. So he did as I would do. He's like, I'll be back. I'm going to go chat them up. I'm like, good for you do it. I was going to go do it if you didn't. But yeah, he went over and chatted up a nice Indian couple from California. We all squeezed into their car. There's 5 of us with backpacks, and they had all their gear and whatnot. But, you know, they do a lot of little hikes around, so they're really interested in what we're doing. Really nice family. Gave us a ride all the way to where we need to go. We beat the other guys here. Well, that always feels good. And let's start our day pretty soon. I'm going to kick back, have a little safety meeting, you know what I'm saying? Hang out, say goodbye to Pretty Feet and all that, and be on my way. It'd be nice to run into those guys again, maybe in Waterington or something. I might be stuck there for a while. I don't know what happens once I get into Canada. I do have a number I can call, though. I was talking with the guys last night, and they said there's a number I need to call as soon as I get into Canada. So I will do my part and make that call and tell them, hey, I've entered your country. I'm not trying to overtake you or anything. Canada, you guys are cool. Favorite neighbors. I don't know, I do like Mexico, too. Canada's nice. It is. Just a little cold. But I've never hitchhiked in a foreign country before, so that should be interesting. Be my first, pop my cherry. I bet it's easier to get a ride there than it is here. I mean, it's not hard to get a ride here, but Canadians just known to be friendly people. So we'll see if I get hitches faster there than I do here. God, the scenery here is just, it hurts my heart. Look at that. You can't see all the little cool stripes in there. Well, I guess you could flip her around and said, it hunts. Look at all those cool little stripes in there, man. All the mountains are like that. You gotta love this shit. Let's go walking through it after a safety meeting. Oh, this year they had CDT placards. Look at that, how cute. I didn't know they had them, but I saw one on Pretty Feet's pack, although his is blue. I guess they were giving them out last year as well. But I was like, yeah, I want one of those, man. I just got to figure out a place to hang this bad boy. Oh, I see it right now, next to my shoes. Okay, I still didn't do that safety meeting. I went back in and started chatting again because I wanted one of those. All right, it's a little after. Oh no, it's 7:50, so I still have plenty of time. I'll have to do 15 miles today. No big deal. Through this rugged terrain. I'm stoked, man. All right, let's get going with some safety. I'm feeling a little unsafe right now. Might fall down. And we're off. A little dark out there, huh? Probably gonna be a good windy day. I looked at the wind map for the yesterday and today just to compare them, because yesterday felt like a really windy day down at the Looking Glass, and today's wind speeds were higher, but it was only like yesterday was 11 and today's 13, but those were definitely not 11 mile an hour winds yesterday. I was thinking about walking down to the lake, but so I got like a mile of this kind of walking, and then I'm into probably the backside of this, I'm guessing. We got about 15 miles to make today. That's not too bad. It's more though tomorrow I'm worried about. 26 is a big day for me, man, even on good terrain. We'll wake up early and push through it. Got no choice. Just they got stupid rules here, but look at me following the rules. Yeah, I had to try twice. That's not bad. I was willing to try a third time. But then after that, I was going to come down here with all my gear on, try a fourth time. And at that time I failed. I was just going to go for a walk and just stealth it the whole way. But I don't want to do that. The stress of it, somebody's bound to catch me. I stand out in the crowd, man. Although I would really like to just sleep where I want, because I'll have a much better chance of finding a hammock spot. For I will be sleeping on the ground, I have to imagine. Let's go enjoy a walk. This is what's left of Prairie Lake. On the map it shows it being pretty large, but it is not. There's some wave action going on from the other lake. You can see it's flowing in, because there is actual flow. But yeah, you can tell it's a bit on the low side. Some beavers need to dam it or something, man. I was chatting with the guy in the office because I was thinking about changing one of my campsites, see if it was possible, so I could jump off the CDT because, it's overgrown. He's like, no, that section's not overgrown. I was like, okay, then I don't want to change. I'll trust your judgment. I was like, I just remember good chunks of the trail being overgrown. And he's like, yeah, St. Mary's Lake. And as soon as he said it, it triggered the memory. And yeah, when we were walking and it was a sea of green deeper than my head, there was a lake to the right. It was a narrow trail with a total drop off, like your foot would step off the trail every once in a while. I remember having to do that area slow. But as soon as he said it, I was like, oh yeah, there was a lake right there. So yeah, St. Mary's Lake is overgrown. I was standing in front of the guard station. Yeah, just getting ready to have my safety meeting. I watched somebody run over one of these cones in the middle of the road. It says 10 miles an hour, just slow on the other side. And they nailed it so hard they broke the sign right off. I was like, damn, man. They came around the corner like they own the joint. I guess technically they do. It's public lands. But you know what I'm saying. I think I did a pretty good job with my food this time. We'll see how it works out in the end. I sat there and, counted out the days and this much for this day, this much for that day. Maybe a few extra bars, but, I'm paranoid. Food safety, food security. Okay, fork in the road. I believe I go left, but I'm going to map it a whole bunch today because I got no time to get lost. Got a late start, 8 o'clock. Shit, yeah, that is a super late start for me. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful day. I have been here at that very bench. We camped over here. Yeah, do remember it. Horrible campsites. I remember being shocked at how many people there were because this was on our way back. I hadn't been around that many people for a while, and I was like, holy shit, where'd all these people come from? There's a road that leads here? Sometimes you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, and then all of a sudden there's a road that leads there. Really, I don't know. Takes the wind out of your sails sometimes. You feel all rugged and manly coming into a place. Seems like it's all remote, but nope, everybody's already there. I remember having coffee and safety meeting on that bench. I walked by, I was like, this looks very familiar. Well, I assume that's going to happen a lot. It was only 2 years ago. But we did it in such a weird, convoluted order that, it's hard to keep straight in my brain. We didn't do anything the normal way. We were walking southbound while the vans were traveling northbound. It's kind of confusing. I've always been no-bo or no-go. But now I'm a hobo. Just wandering. Go where I want. Where my feet take me. Don't my feet ain't cheat. I like that thing. That's really cool. Okay, I already missed my turn. Like, you can't take me anywhere, man. I think it was the trail I was on to go look at the freaking bench, the view. Oh, yeah, there's the bridge I'm supposed to be on. Okay, I didn't go too terribly far. Old Man Lake. I'm feeling that, man. Oh, it's nice I don't have to take my shoes off. Let's hope for bridges all day long. And we're on dirt. Already have to stop for a wardrobe change. I'm wearing some minor layers. And I might as well have a safety meeting at the same time because I kind of got to get rid of it. First world problems. I'm hoping for a spot to sit down. It'd be sweet if they threw a bench out here. I'm really close to stuff. People like benches. But you know, a flat spot or a rock or a log would be pretty keen as well. Miracle. Miracle. I'm expecting to run into more bear near the end than the beginning of this trip. It's warm down here. It's going to be in the upper 60s, low 70s some of the days this week. Nice. Sunshine every day except for one. In a couple of days there is a decent chance it'll rain. But not all day, according to it. It starts, like near 11 o'clock or something. It's supposed to be over by 4. And I am almost positive that's not tomorrow, it's the day after. Because if it was tomorrow, it'd suck, because tomorrow's my big day. Gotta wake up early, get out and get some shit done. Today's just a warm-up day. I realize 15 miles has been like what I've been doing, and it pretty much wears me out. Broken the 20 barrier a couple of times on this trail, either due to road walking or really good conditions. But hopefully taking the 0 yesterday will help me have recovered some strength. Got a little stronger in the process, repair some of the damage, make my muscles better, bigger, stronger, faster. But I mean, can you do 26? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I know it's just a number, but it's kind of a big one. Wish it were near the end of this trip, so I had less food on my back, but at least it's not first day out. Looks like a pretty dangerous bridge there. I should probably have myself a little safety meet and then, just assess the danger before I go over. That's pretty narrow. Bet this thing's ended a hike or two. Oh, not this guy. I'm gonna sit on it and ponder. Pontificate. Whoop. Watch your feet, man. kind of a fan of it being overcast right now. It's really nice out with the breeze and all that. I'm sure when I get exposed I'll feel a little different, but I'll still be happy over the overcast. I don't really need sunshine today. But at the same time I don't want rain. But my batteries are full, so I don't mind that the clouds are helping me hide. You know I'm liking the lichen. Just a beautiful rock. It was once way up there. Something came down in an avalanche. It's the only way I can see a huge rock getting down in one piece from all the way up there without like disintegrating along the way and becoming just shrapnel. Riding an ice toboggan on the way down. Ooh. That wind's saying something more than overcast, man. But I'm gonna trust that's all it's gonna be. Because I don't want to get wet yet. Here we have our lovely water source. With easy fill location. Look at that waterfall. Nice flat rock to sit on. Oh yeah. We're going to spend a good 15 minutes here filtering some water. Looks like the next ones are possibly dry. I'll look ahead to see how much I have to carry. I'm trying to get away with just a liter on my chest today. Well, there's a fork in the road. I better check. Pretty sure I get to take the one that has the bridge. Clouds are moving fast. Oh, I see some humans way out there. You probably can't. That's right there. Probably a half mile as the trail goes. Maybe a little less. Imagine the big piece of ice that once rested in here. Just wow. Yeah, them little dots up there and little pieces here and there, all that remain. A few random sprinkles coming down, nothing, major. Blue skies above. That rock looks a lot like a bear from a distance. I saw it, I knew it was going to be a rock, but I stared at it anyway just to make sure it didn't move. I was like, how many people see that and think, oh, a bear? That's right there. It's the only thing, it's got that, reddish brown color. Oh, what's up, guys? I didn't even notice you. Wow, I'm so unobservant. Yeah, I'm a friend of the chickens, man. Even mountain chickens. You guys are cool in my book. Am I hearing your babies? Oh my god, I am. You abandoned your babies? You abandoned your babies. Well, I'm gonna eat them all. No, I'm out of here, man. That is some poor parenting right there. They do it all the time. I've seen them just abandon their chicks to me. Supposed to come over here and kick my ass. That's what birds should do. Birds are tough. For their size-weight ratio. Seeing a goose or something along those lines back down a grizzly bear. That snowpack looks a lot like America if Florida fell off. It's just before noon. There's some campsites in less than a half mile. I'm gonna stop there and have myself a tuna packet. And I got a group of hikers in front of me. Let them get a little more distance. They'll probably veer off and go towards Old Man Lake. Fairly certain that BC and I got on the wrong trail and ended up on our way down to Old Man Lake. Pretty sure. So yeah, high time I find a spot to relax. Said there were campsites up here. I did not see any. I have to climb over that thing. And it's 1.5 miles, 900 feet or so. But yeah, I want to have lunch beforehand. Only makes sense. Hey, Brock. Yeah, okay, you'll do. Groovy to me, man. Yeah, really the best spot around. Cool. Just enough sun to keep me warm, enough shade to keep me cool. Some huge switchbacks on that. One of them, the longest one that goes from one side to the other, is 0.4 miles long. And then it goes back again almost as long. So there's not a whole lot of switchbacks on it, but the ones they have are huge. But they definitely go up. Okay, it's sprinkling again. Hell, man. Look how quick those things are going. All right, tuna time. Tuna for two. These little itty bitty sprinkle showers keep coming through. Been passed by a bunch of people, all with small packs or no packs, but they're going this way. Guess they're going up on top of that bad boy. Wonder how far they go. Maybe just to the next campsite. It's coming up in a few miles. These folks got their own theme music. Pretty damn cool, man. They went to go turn it down. I could see the guy reaching in his pocket for his remote or his phone. And I was like, no, keep going, man. I was like, if anybody's offended by that, they got problems. It's not like you're out here playing gangster rap or, I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I actually like gangster rap, especially that late 80s, early 90s shit. But, something that just like some people just can't stand. That's somebody picking strings. You can't be offended by somebody picking strings. It'd be like listening to a man play harmonica or the pan flute even. I have heard some pretty good pan flute renditions of songs. They're only going to the next campsite a few miles up. I was hoping they were going to mine. They seemed pretty cool. All right, I'm all packed up and ready to go. I got some gummy bears ready. And I'm just finishing up my safety meeting, and I heard some strings being plucked, so I had to chat. It's a blind corner from where I'm standing. Like, you can see it from here, but I'm standing over here, so that dead tree's in my way. So we didn't even see each other. I heard them coming because they came from that way. There's Old Man Lake down there. Had I not stopped, I'd be like most of the way up this thing by now. I think that all the time I take a break, but you know, I enjoy a break. I had to put on the windbreaker, man. It's getting a little chilly. Sun has gone away. There's still some blue over there. There is hope. But this is where it's coming from. And of course, I got to go to the top of the thing. I wonder if there's that one where when you pee, it goes into 3 oceans at the same time. I know there's a spot on here where if you pee in that spot, and we did it last time, so I might as well, you know, save some pee up for that spot. But I don't remember where it is because we did it in such a convoluted order. No, I'll read comments here and there, you know, just to see. Oh, small world, man. I was talking to some hikers out here. They're going, I think they're the ones going up to the next campsite. No, not important. But at some point, because I talked to them for a good 10 minutes, because we all know I'm chatty. That dude says, "Do you know bluegrass?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, I do." You know, so I described him, you know, dude with big manly tree trunks for fucking legs, with pretty bitchin' trail tattoos all over him. Yeah, good artist. And he's like, "I work with him." I'm like, man, what a small world it is. Tell him I said hi. Small world indeed. It still looks like something wants to roll in. The temperature's dropped a bit. But I was just standing around for like 10 minutes, so that could be it too. All right, let's go climb up this thing, man. That's what we're doing. We're going up this. That looked pretty steep. I'm assured I will be warm, huh? Unless water starts falling or something stupid like that. It'll be temporary. Oof. Looking around for humans, but I don't see anybody. It's not like they got you right on the edge. No, I'm not seeing any motion. Oh, damn, I should have looked left, huh? Let's get to a good little vantage spot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, this view will get better as we go up. But, whoa, look at that shit. Yeah, that's right. I'm in the middle of some nature. Yeah, beautiful ass nature. Look at that stuff. It's all over the place. Alright, let's get up there and get some better photos. Ooh, the wind, she howls sometimes. This big old sustained burst just came through here. Hope it clears up. Sunlight makes these colors pop, at least a little bit. I was hoping to see some animal life down there at the lake. I feel like I saw a moose down there last time, from like way up here. Or exactly right here. Before I curve off and I don't come back again. I think this switchback takes me a quarter mile. Or 0.4, I think it was. Nice. way up here. Look at that. I'm way up here. Super windy. My hat's fitted, and not quite to my head. Well, it actually is to my head. It's very comfortable. I like the way it wears. But it doesn't hold on in a windstorm. But I doubt when they test these things for staying on somebody's head, they, put them in a wind tunnel with winds this intense. I'm probably getting like, 40 mile an hour gusts, nothing intense. Not enough to strip my hat. I need more people with no gear on. It just feels weird. I mean, it's normal around a town, but, tourist parks, they throw me off. So I feel like I'm far away from stuff right now, but, I'm probably only 5 or 6 miles from where I started, maybe. I don't even know. This should be the hardest mile, just by scanning the map real quick. A little bit of sunlight for a minute. These little hole. I was like, what's going on, man? Almost at the top. That wasn't that hard of a climb at all, eh? It doesn't get much more steep than what you're seeing here. Stopping to take pictures is the closest thing I needed to a break, But how can you not stop and gawk at this? Oh yeah, I'm pulling over to let others pass by. Decent amount of people on this rock today. Can't blame them. It is a nice day to be on this rock. I see people way up there. People. But that, I don't believe, is my trail. I believe I'm going downhill here. And I want to say there's the spot where if you pee, it goes to 3 different places. Maybe it's up there, and you gotta climb the rest of the way. Oh, jeebs, look at that. Wow. The sunlight peeking through way over there. Little hidden glacial lake. Ugh. Don't let the wind push you over or steal your hat. You can see the gusts on the water. Hells yeah. How deep is this thing? You can see the walls going straight down. Look at that, those rock walls going straight down and into nothingness. Yeah. I say yeah. Well, Bluegrass's friends, Kurt with a K, they were pretty cool. They gave me pizza. We hung out and chatted for a while. Gave me some candy and stuff. That pizza hit the spot, man. I didn't even realize I was hungry, but I grabbed a piece and another one stuck to it. And he's like, no, take them both. I was like, really? See, I stood up here at the top of the freaking world and had some pizza delivered to me. What? Yeah. Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate the pie. Well, I got a little bit uphill doing this thing. Winds around and down to a little hidden lake down there. Got my looky-loos in. It's like 6 miles to camp and almost all downhill. No problem, man. We'll be there like 3 to 4 hours. If we don't stop to looky-loo all the time. Why you gotta stop to look at stuff? Look how blue the water is, though. Oh my God. Wish the sun would come out. It really makes those waters, man. You can just see into them. It makes those colors, the blues, come out. It gives them the blues, but in a good way. Downhill all the way. Down there around the corner somewhere is my campsite. I think it's actually beyond that mountain, the far one. I think it is. I'm not looking at the map because I walk up the valley for a while. Further than I think this is, but I don't know. Might just be behind that ridge. 6 miles isn't really all that far, but yeah, I don't think I'm around the other side of that mountain. That's farther than 6. Well, I guess we will find out. stop recording, I'd probably already be there. Chatting everybody up. I just haven't seen many people, so I guess I'm a little extra chatty. Just started getting around hikers recently. It takes me a while to get back into it. I'm kind of antisocial. I know it's hard to imagine. Wow, the winds on the water are just cool right now. They're doing some stuff. Looked like it was hitting the water so hard it was ripping some of the water up and out and turning it into mist. Those winds are headed up here, I have to assume. I think they're headed this way. Better not knock my hat off. The swirls are cool. Glad the trail's been mellow. I needed that for my first day out. Ooh, the wind is something else today. Just comes here through like a freight train for a while. Lasts a good minute or two and then back to normal. So those guys right there told me that the campsite I'm going to, that's where they stayed last night. And there was a hammock spot there. And that cars aren't able to drive there, so they have to walk there. If cars drive there, I'm not getting the spot. But if you have to walk to get there, I do stand a better chance of getting it because there's less likely going to be people there. And anybody coming from that direction, I'm ahead of them, so I just have to worry about them coming from other directions. I don't know what trails lead where around here. And the wind was so intense you could see it just pulling the water up, and you never saw the water come back down. It was straight stealing water out of the lake. While we were standing there talking, I was like, look, 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 you know, pointing them all in the direction. Everybody turned around like, wow, oh, it's doing it again, huh? Doing it down low, huh? We'll wait, I'll enhance on something. It's just pulling the water right out. I wonder if that's what's raining down on me, is that lake water. But it could very well be all the clouds. But it could be the lake water. It's pulling that shit up high, man. It is. It's pretty intense down there. Ooh, almost fell off an edge here. Glad I looked down last second. Still a little steep, loose gravel, you know. My shoes are getting kind of worn. I got some holes going on in them, but they will last. These shoes are lucky. They get to finish 2 trails. You know how many shoes get that honor? And I don't know what they did for the person before me. Because, you know, these are an upcycle. Okay, wind block, nice. Oh, I hope I get the hammock spot. So those guys only did 5 miles or so, you know, in their day. They probably left the average time the average hikers leave, you know, so you have to assume most of the other hikers have only done 5-ish or so miles. So I'm not sure where the other sites are in location, you know, because I'm assuming people are hopping in all sorts of various manners through this land. You know, I'm just happen to be hopping from camp to Canada, but somebody might be going from east to west. I don't know. You know, some convoluted path. So I gotta worry about them hiking in from any direction. But I want the one hammock spot. I got an early day tomorrow, man. I gotta get some good sleep tonight. Oh, that was quick. I was just up there a minute ago, man. That didn't take long at all. time and place to be. Sure, there's little sprinkles falling, wind and stuff like that, but compared to what this place could throw at me, look how beat in that is. If it weren't for forks, even I couldn't get lost. I was going to grab some of this gorgeous lake water, but I don't actually need it yet, and there's water all over the place. So I'm going to pass it up. A lot of people don't like lake water, but that looks like some beautiful lake water. Whoa! Here it comes! Brace yourselves! Yep, it is throwing lake water at me. When big winds come along like that. I know it's got nothing to do with this. Oh, look at that. We got a little blue sky. Yeah, it's been throwing lake water at me for a while. And it really makes me wonder if the water from the other side of that thing that I was on was also lake water. Oh no, I'm getting sprinkles now. I contradict myself so much. I'm gathering information, learn new things, change my opinion. So there is a campsite at about 2 miles that has water as well. I figured that'd be a good place for a break. Chug what's left of my water refill. And that'll be the last time I have to until I get to camp. Don't want to dally too much at this point. I've already kind of slacked off today. All the layers in those rocks. You can see scarring going in all the same direction. I don't know if it shows up on camera. One hand say bits. I don't think it really shows up on camera. But that rock has a lot of scars that all go in the same exact direction. And my hypothesis would be ice flowing in that direction. Because they go pretty far and they're spaced out pretty evenly too. That's kind of weird. Another little lake I'm seeing. This place is just lousy with lakes. Hidden everywhere. Yep, sure enough. This is the one I'll probably be drinking the runoff from. I am good with that. It's nice to be traveling with the water. Why am I going uphill? My map, I just checked it, clearly said I only had a mile to go to the place I was going to go, and it was 100% downhill. Almost 600 feet downhill. There's 0 uphill. Oh, I'm doing uphill. Why you gotta lie to me? You can tell me how much there really is. I don't mind. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll walk it anyway. So don't gotta lie to me. Man, is it gonna rain? Sure does have that look and feel, doesn't it? I'll put plastic on it, brake. Still wearing my windbreaker, but I'm more worried about my batteries on back in my pack. Wonder how deep that snow cave goes in. So it's raining good enough, you know, solid drizzle. I put plastic on everything. Hoping it blows over sometime soon. But, you know, it is what it is. When I checked the forecast just yesterday, rain was called for day after tomorrow. Not today. 0% chance today. This is what a 0 looks like. What's the 40 gonna look like? We're gonna find out. I was gonna stop at this camp for water. There's people already set up and stuff. But you have to walk down to the lake. And that's not worth it for me, so. It just lightened up. The rain did. It was coming down pretty good there for a minute. I'm soaked from the hips down. Mostly from the vegetation. But there's water just ahead, so I'm going to head for that. Surprisingly enough, I expected it to be more like 4. Camp is just over 3 miles away. And even though I just headed uphill again, it says it's all downhill. Yeah, it'd be nice if this just blew over. Sucks having wet socks and shoes on day 1, man. Come on. I mean, I brought extra, but can't put new socks on until these shoes are dry. But if it stops now, I could still have dry shoes by morning. Is that same snow cave I was looking at earlier? So still out here now. It's nice when it's not raining. I'm a fan. My other thought is maybe that slows people down all the more, so maybe I'll be more likely to have a hammock spot. Got ourselves another beaver dam, raising the level of this lake by a good 2 feet. See something in there. Who's that? It's starting to get cold, man. I'm soaked. Oh, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to grab water, isn't it? Alright. Oh, hell, I don't want to grab water here. I want to find a tree to hide under. This. Next to you. Doesn't really feel like under. I'll go look at that bad boy, see what he's got to offer. I hate just sitting there filtering water in the rain, but you know, you kind of still need to drink even though it's raining. Not much to work with, huh? There's water in another mile. I'll check it out. Maybe it'll be, I don't know, somewhere I can hang out and shelter from this, or maybe it'll blown over. Lord knows. Many things can happen. Just hope it's not like this, but better. Down to a sprinkle again. It was here that I saw a super funny interaction. Count was sitting right there. BC was sitting right there. And Count does a trick where he throws his pipe at the ground and it bounces up back into his hand. It's a specialized trick. And BC grabs it and like, let me do it. And he's like, no, please don't. I don't want you to get it wet. And he's like, I won't get it wet. I won't. And he's like, please don't do it. And as he's saying that, BC drops it and splashed right into the water, man. It was just hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna be wet. Hiker car wash, here we come. Okay, we're done raining for the moment, down to the lightest of sprinkles. It's way light over here. Oh, I can even see blue off in that direction. The clouds are headed that way. Get off me, mosquito. Ah, get off me, motherfucker. Technical difficulties. Oh, my fingers are wrecked. My hands are so cold right now. Oh, a lot of me so cold right now. It's all the overgrowth or undergrowth. I'm not even sure. All these damn plants just soaking me. I mean, the sun could come out if it wanted to and just, change the whole day right now. Boom. I could be tired by the time I get to camp. It's less than 2 miles. Somewhere in this valley here. Yeah, it would be really nice to see that sun come out. This is the most bird song I've heard since I've been here. I think that's a good sign. Oh, look how beautiful that is. I might just take a break here for a moment, just try to warm my hands up. Nah, this is not a good place to sit. It's still sprinkling a little bit. I'd love to find some cover. But, I'm in the middle of the woods, so there's that. I'll just sit next to the trees for a minute and, choke myself because my neck is warm, my hands are cold. Alright, screw a break. I just looked at the map. I'm only a half mile away from camp, so I'll make my way there and see if I can't get a good spot. Keep your fingers crossed. I got checked by my first ranger. Guess she's staying here at the campsite. She says all the sites are full except one. So that probably means I'm not gonna be hammocking tonight, but oh well. It is what it is. I'll find something. Alright, so I found a way to rig up the tarp. I found a big pole and leaned it against a tree and tied off to that because there wasn't enough space. There was too much space between the two trees here. Nothing I can hang from, but, at least I'm inside. It's spacious in here. Look at all this freaking room I got, man. A whole little disco in here. Oh, the place is filled up. I still got to filter water and go cook and stuff like that. And I can't do all that in my tent anymore. I got to go do it in their cook area. My fingers are so cold. I'm trying to warm them up in my hair. I'm not trying to fix my hair. My hair is just warm. Oh, glad I got this set up before it started sprinkling again. Alright, I can make do with this. Definitely not horrible. I've had worse nights. And now I got that big blue piece of foam that'll make sleeping on the ground so much more tolerable than it has been. Although I don't think I've slept on the ground at all this trip. This is my first time. I sit here and warm up, maybe have a little safety meeting. I'm worried about the ranger coming over and bothering me. Like, the first thing you're supposed to do when you get into camp is not set up your camp, it's go dig your food out of your bag and hang it. And I have not done that yet. It's really far away. This is the campsite that we got to after dark. Oh, one of my poles just fell. So I ended up sleeping by the food prep area because we couldn't figure out where to go because it was dark. We didn't want to be all shining headlamps on everybody trying to figure out where the spots were. So we just kind of crashed wherever we could. But yeah, I was right by the food prep area. That's cool. Alright, safety time. So I'm all sorts of cozy now. Stinking up my tent real well. When you're sleeping with a lower 48's apex predator around you, it might behoove you to smell less desirable than your neighbor. So I figured since I couldn't find vape stuff as well, it only makes sense to smoke through here. But I actually prefer vape. This is not ideal.
This thing is being blown all over the place. I got like piled down with rocks, but oh, this is gonna be a bad one. Glad I drove my stakes in deep, but I threw rocks on all the corners and stuff. It's already like bucked some of the rocks off, so we're still there. The big piece of wood that I had, it was in a tree and it keeps falling over. So yeah, now I'm not pitched all straight. There's an angle going on, but the winds will die down, man. It'll happen. Just hoping tomorrow's a better day. I got 26 I got to do. Putting off going down to cook, and even though I'm really hungry, I just don't want to go out and do this. I have to, filter water, all the chores I need to do. Still kind of early in the day. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. Maybe it's not early in the day. Yeah, it's so cold and moist, my cigarettes keep going out on me. Stay here, warm up a bit, go take care of my shit. Let's go to sleep. I am the only man at the cook site. There's like 6 women there. It got quiet when I showed up, and they haven't started talking since. At least not in an audible tone. This should be interesting. We're all crammed in under a little tarp. They gave us a tarp. And these campsites are atrocious. They just are. I went out, moved some really big rocks onto my tent, hoping it doesn't blow away while I'm gone. But I'm going to cook, eat as fast as I can, throw my bear bag up like a good boy, and then go to bed. We got a long day tomorrow. Okay, my tooths are brushed, my food is eaten, my bags are hung. Water is filtered. Tent is still standing. It might get some holes in it just from the swaying motion it's doing and having rocks on it. Oh, I can hear it sliding across them. And 2 of the rocks that I put on there did get kicked off, so that means it's jumping. But the big rock is still there. Oh, now it's doing it on the other side, so I gotta find a big rock for that side. I'll put that fucking log on it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's not gonna be a comfortable night, but it's gonna be a night. Let's go to bed. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. Okay, now that I got like big log over there, huge rock over there, big one holding that down, little rocks holding that down, little rock holding that down, check and pole holding that up. I believe we are cozy. Excuse me. As cozy as I'm gonna get sleeping on the ground, but this mat is not too bad. It's not bad at all. So it'll be a night. It will definitely be a night. Let's try to wake up early. I'm going to set an alarm because, I got to wander down there and get my food and stuff. That's going to add time. I think I'm going to sleep in all my clothes too, just so I don't have to get dressed in the morning. 26 is a big day. But if I don't make it, realistically, I'll probably find a much better campsite along the way. So that's what in the back of my mind. I'll try to make it, but if I don't, I don't. I'm willing to bet people don't make it to campsites all the time. 26 is a lot to ask of anybody. All right. Now for realsy reals. Good night.